breakfast, followed by the Cowboy Days Parade, then on to a fantastic PRCA rodeo finale. Evanston is your Labor Day getaway.
India's culture is so colorful. Let's try the food and dance.
Monday at 1.
Coming up on the Fox 13 Quickcast, there is a cougar controversy in Utah. How many of them should be hunted? We'll take a look at the issue. A police officer is accused of running over a cyclist, but authorities say there's more to the story. And concert lovers, listen up. There is a crook going around at USANA. What police want you to know tonight.
This is a Fox 13 Quickcast.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Kelly Chapman. The Utah Division of Wildlife Resources is proposing an increase in cougar hunting permits. 678 permits are being recommended for the upcoming season. That's 34 more than last year. The DWR says hunting is a way to control the cougar population. Animal rights activists argue killing that many cougars is harmful to both the animals and to humans.
It makes it where they're coming down into our urban area. It makes it where they're starving.
The notion that we're, harming the cougar population, that these numbers are too high and it's gonna, destroy the cougar population numbers is simply not true.
Biologists estimate about 2,700 adult cougars living in Utah. The State Wildlife Board will make a final decision on August 22nd. A bicyclist is filing a federal lawsuit against a Unified police officer that he says intentionally crashed into him and beat him near 2300 East and Evergreen Avenue. Chad Lockwood says he waved at the officer as he rode past him and said thank you. But now he thinks a mix-up involving a metal plate in his finger made that officer angry. He says because he can't bend his middle finger, he thinks the officer, Christopher Schroeder, rammed his police car into him.
Our procedure would never be to pit a bike. We train on that. We feel like, if you can't show us what he did wrong, how can I hold him accountable?
Sheriff Rosie Rivera says the officer told her there was never a crash and that the bicyclist fell because he ran into a curb. There will be an internal affairs investigation, but the officer is not under paid administrative leave. A Unified police officer who ran over and killed a woman in a Mill Creek parking lot will not face criminal charges. On March 5th, 23-year-old Cindria Simone Europe was run over by a police officer who was searching for her, but according to the Salt Lake County DA, dispatchers failed to tell all of the details of the initial person down call to officers.
She was scanning the benches to see if there was somebody, an intoxicated person down, and she was not communicated that there was somebody on the ground itself.
Prosecutors looked at all possible charges in this case and determined that this was just an unfortunate, tragic accident. West Valley City Police are looking for crooks who broke into people's cars during concerts at USANA Amphitheater. They say at least 2 concerts, even one last night, ended with a string of smash and grabs for people parked on a street near USANA. Police say the thieves, knowing the victims are tied up at the concert for a few hours, then go and quickly charge stolen credit cards at the nearby Walmart. If you know where the suspects are or anything about this, call police.
I'm in Park City at the Kimball Arts Festival where things are winding down tonight, but we're gearing up for a big weekend starting tomorrow morning. And this is a place where you can escape to some cooler temperatures. We'll start by taking a look at the 7-day forecast in southern Utah, where it is going to be a hot one. Temperatures in the lower triple digits both days this weekend. We will see a little extra moisture moving in on Saturday and lingering into Sunday, which will mean the chance for some thunderstorms, especially in the high terrain. Next week, a bit of a cool down by the end of the week. Your 7-day forecast in northern Utah, and temperatures will approach triple digits in Salt Lake City for Saturday, so it does get a little bit hotter. And then moisture moves in Saturday evening. It'll bring in the chance for mountain storms, maybe even a stray storm along the Wasatch Front by Saturday evening. And then on Sunday, a slight cool down with the moisture and a better chance for some storms in central and eastern Utah. But plenty of dry time this weekend. Next week starts hot, and then it finishes cooler with highs back into the mid-90s.
Thanks, Kristen. It has become a very close race for Salt Lake City Mayor. A new poll by the Salt Lake Tribune and the Hinckley Institute of Politics says mayoral candidate Luz Escamilla is now closing the gap on frontrunner Jim DeBacchus. The 2 mayoral candidates with the most votes in the August 13th primary will face off in the general election in November. All right, that's going to do it for the Fox 13 Quickcast, the day's top stories in just 5 minutes. A reminder again, the Park City Kimball Arts Festival goes through Sunday. Make sure to stop by and see us at the Fox 13 booth. Have a great weekend. Modern Family starts now.
What am I most afraid of?